there, and we are back. This is Deborah McLaughlin. I am your host of My Two Cents. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties on our last feed. So we're going to I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap, and then we're going to go through the conversation just a little bit. So I apologize if anyone that was trying to get on was not able to get on, or the live kept knocking you off of it. But we're just going to talk a little bit, a little more candidly. Because right now we only have like 20 minutes, and I'm not going to just go back and do the same thing. But again, I am Deborah McLaughlin, your host of My Two Cents. And My Two Cents is basically conversations that I feel like we need to have. So I say give my 2 cents, you give your 2 cents, and hopefully together we can make some minute changes in our lives and in the lives of the people around us. It's the things that I feel that I look at it as a motivation through exposure. So it kind of tells you some of the things that we might need to be considering, things that we might need to look at, things that we might need to be doing, or at least consider doing. So that's my 2 cents. And what the topic for today was, are you in motion? And basically what I was talking about is in life in general, just being able to get yourself out of a rut. What is it that you do to get yourself out of a rut? When you're in a rut and you don't even realize that you're there. Sometimes we're in spaces, in places, and in a space of no movement, and we don't realize that we are. It's like when you're looking at someone else, their story, their life, whatever's going on with them, you're on the outside and you're looking in, and you can see what's going on in their life. You can see what they need to do, what they need to change, what they need to tweak, if they need to take a step back or whatever. But when it's you and you're involved in the situation, you're usually too close to be able to see the whole picture. So that's basically what I'm kind of talking about today when I'm saying, are you in motion? Are you in a place where you can get yourself out of a rut? And what are you doing? What does that look like? How can we do that? I had given an example of me being going through heartbreak. And when I was going through that, in the early stages of it, it was like I was just unproductive. I was completely unproductive. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to sleep. I just wanted to sleep, basically. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I wasn't reaching out to anyone. I wasn't having any conversations. I wasn't going outside. I wasn't doing anything. I would take the dog out just because I had to take the dog out, because the dog's got to go out. But I was really in a place where life was just happening around me, and I'm in my own little bubble, and I'm doing nothing, right? And when I realized that I can't go on like this, I can't continue to move in this way, I've got to do something for myself. So I started doing stuff. I started writing. I started writing on a major thing, and I mentioned it to you guys before that I was writing a movie script. So that's when I started writing the movie script. I started getting up early in the morning, specifically getting up early in the morning and getting started with walking the dog, and not just taking him a quick run out. He was out where he was throwing his leg up and he ain't got nothing left. We was out there that long. He's still, he's still, up the trees, whatever, and he ain't got nothing. He's done. But walking with him, and I started gardening, and the more that I did, the more that I wanted to do, the more that I was available, both physically and emotionally, and for work. So I was being more productive, and I was there where I can actually see life happening and want to be involved in life happening and doing more and more things. I started gardening, and I seen the little things, the birds, listening to the birds singing, noticing the inchworm in my garden, noticing the new leaves, the new buds on everything. And it was just a whole different feeling of being in life. And it was actually during the wintertime. So right now we're in the summer, and, so it hasn't gotten as hot as it can get or how as it will get. But we've had some, like here in California, we've had some really, really nice days here lately, and it's been really nice. So when the weather is nice, it's easy to get outside and do things. But even for those beautiful days when you're in a rut, sometimes you don't even want to go out to there. You got the blinds closed, you got the windows closed. You don't even know what it looks like outside. You don't know whether it's day or night because you're not paying attention to anything. You may be binge watching some shows that you've become a couch potato, and it's like you it's like when you go from one extreme to the other. So you're on a merry-go-round, right? And the merry-go-round is spinning and spinning and spinning. It's getting faster and faster and faster, and you don't know how to get off. That's one end of the spectrum. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you have no motion going on. You're exhausted. You feel tired. You don't want to do anything. And you're exhausted and you ain't done nothing. Nothing. Like, how am I so tired and I haven't done anything? You don't have inner energy, whether it's to get up and eat, to prepare you anything to eat. So one of the things that I want to do with this, when I say their exposure, motivation through exposure, is just reminding you that you are in control of what's going on in your life. You're in control of how that looks and how you present yourself, how you show up for that. Let's see. When I was talking about, how I pulled myself out of it and I started adding another thing and another thing and another thing, and it just became easy to add more stuff and to see life and become a part of life, taking stock of what's missing in your life, things that you'd like to accomplish, things that you want to do, things that you used to be able to do and you just have no energy for or no desire for. One of the things I want you to consider is, are you taking care of yourself? Are you eating? Are you exercising? Are you being productive financially? Are you able to take care of your things? Are you depressed? Do you have anxieties? Are you going through whatever? So whatever situation that is that you're going through, when you make a shift in the motion that you have in life and what you're doing on a daily basis, it will make a difference. So if you're starting out and you just start doing something. Now, for me, going outside was better for me because, like, for one, I was never ever a real morning person. I would be up late at night and I would get up in the morning to go and do whatever it is that I needed to do, but I'd rather hold on to my covers. I'll be awake, but I want to hold on to my covers. It's nice and cozy and warm up under here. So me getting outside first thing worked for me to get my day started, to get me moving, to get some motion going on. For you, it may be reading. It may be exercising. It may be getting up and start making breakfast. It may be cleaning house. It may be turning some music on. It may be prayer. Whatever it is that gets you going and gets you motivated, you know better than anybody what that is for you. You may forget at times, I remember when I used to do this, that, and the other, and how I really enjoyed doing this, that, and the other. So we need to remind ourselves. So the first thing that I would like for you to do is to start your day earlier. So if you normally get up at 9 o'clock, start getting up at 7. Give yourself a little extra time so you're not rushing to go anywhere. You got time to make breakfast, do a little music, go out and exercise, play in your garden, do some studying, whatever it is that you like to do, and be more productive of what that is. It also gave me the willingness to add more things to my schedule, being in the office a lot more consistent, a lot more often, and being there early. I remember when my daughters were young and I would take them to school in the morning. Well, like I said, I was never a morning person, but because if I went back home, then, I may find my way back in my bed because, I took the girls to school and then go back home, So what I started doing then when they were young and I had to take them to school was to get myself fully dressed and ready to go when I took them. So even though their school was like nowhere, at least one of them was like nowhere, and the other one wasn't that far, but I got myself prepared and ready to go with them, so I didn't have to go back home. And then I would go straight to my office from there. I would be the first person there. I would make coffee there in the morning, and I would get my day started like that. Sometimes you know yourself well enough to know that, yeah, I probably should not get down here and do push-ups, because one too many push-ups, I may be back on that floor asleep, right? Or I know sometimes reading makes you sleepy and it puts you to sleep. So do something that will wake you up, something that'll get you motivated and get your day started. And I would suggest that you don't start with the whole full 10-page list of things for you to do. Just start with one thing that you want to do consistently. And after you do that, then you add the next thing that you're doing consistently. And now it becomes just second nature. And then the next thing that you can add in there, and you can feel where it's like, oh, it's like when they say, when they talk about how you want something to get done and give it to a busy person because they find ways to get it done because they don't have time to waste, blah, blah, blah. It's more so that you have the motion, and while you're in motion, you want to get it done. I remember when I was driving a taxi and I was up before dark and I didn't get home till dark. And I would tell my daughter, if there's anything that we need to do, anywhere you need to go, anything, you need to let me know before I get home, because once I get there, it's over. It was completely over. If I got there and we made plans to go somewhere to do something, I'd have made it in. Too bad, so sad, we ain't going nowhere. So I was lost it, because as long as I was in motion, I was good to go. And I can go and go and go and go and go. And some people always like, some people be telling me, it's like, it's funny because when I would tell someone that I'm tired, they would seem shocked that I'm tired. Like, what do you mean? Why do you think I don't get tired? Of course I get tired. We all get tired. But as long as I'm going, as long as I'm moving, as long as I'm in motion, I can keep going. Don't stop. I can keep going as long as I don't stop. And then I'll fall out afterwards and, be running out of whatever. But the thing, I do pay attention to my body. I do pay attention to having balance in my life of, being and going and doing and stuff. And also being at home and being comfortable and being still, because also you need time to be still and quiet, and where you can pay attention to what's going on inside of you and outside of you. Notice the small things, smell the roses type of thing. And when you have that, along with you having that productivity going on, because you got that motion going on as well, then you can really see the balance in your life and you feel good. Now, have you ever just out of nowhere, you just start smiling or just start dancing? I know when I'm in a good mood, I'm in a really, really good mood, I feel absolutely amazing today. I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm skipping while when we went to the Disney the other day. My brother's girlfriend, she and we were like skipping in the store. I'm like, okay, we're going to another store. Like, let's go. We're going to skip. She's skipping with me. I'm skipping with her because we're at the happiest place on earth, right? But when I would be in that place where I'm dancing or I'm singing and I'm really getting the most out of my day, whatever it is, and I'm enjoying life, that's to me the place that you want to be. You want to be where you can enjoy and appreciate what's going on in your life and those moments, those small moments. And not necessarily that you want them all to be busy, 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 because you want some things to be slow. I like to go fishing. I haven't been fishing in a long time. And one of the ladies in Facebook, she has her own line of fishing equipment. It's called She Fish. I want to get some of that and support her with that. But I want to go fishing. Some stuff you just want to do and just be a part of. I do go hiking. Haven't been in a while. It's probably time for another hike. I think I'm supposed to go on one next week, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make that hike. But find ways. I'm always asking you guys to find something that you haven't ever done before. But sometimes you need to just tap into some of the things you haven't done in a long time, because we forget who we are when we're going through stuff. And like I said, you're the person outside looking in. You can see somebody else and what they've got going on and what they're doing and what they need to change in their life for them to be able to, because you can see it. You see a couple going through some kind of discussion, conversation, argument, and they're both saying the exact same thing, but they can't hear each other because they're in the heat of that and nobody's really listening. But you can hear them when you're on the outside and you're looking in and you're watching and you're paying attention. So I want us to take stock. So step outside of yourself, step outside of your situation, step outside of your life, and just take stock of what's going on and see if you can make a change. So again, if you normally get up at 8 o'clock, if you normally get up at 9 o'clock, get up at 7. If you normally get up at 8, get up at 6. If you normally, just give yourself an extra 2 hours in the morning so you can do something and be more productive. So get an early start on your day and see how much more productive and happy and fulfilled you are, just taking stock of your life. So that was like it in a nutshell that I kind of wanted to have this conversation about, and we may talk about a little more later. But some of the activities, like this morning, I got on my company, my real estate company, they have Zooms on a regular basis. Like every day there's some kind of Zoom going on. I don't always tap into them, but sometimes it's good to tap into them because, you can get lost. And it kind of helps you, remind you who you are, what you're doing, what you should be doing, and make you, some light bulb go off in your head. It's like, oh, I said I wanted to do this. I need to start doing that. I said I wanted to be this. I need to move forward to that. And don't beat yourself up so much about it. Just, make some adjustments, make some changes, do the thing that you know that you needed to do and the thing that you wanted to do, and help yourself to get out of the rut and to see something new, get some new plants growing, get some new energy, get some whatever. I started going back to karaoke again. And I used to go to karaoke and it was like a regular thing. And I went like 3 times a week. Just because, and it was one of the ways that when I came to California, it was one of the ways for me to get out and meet new people. Even though I started doing karaoke when I was in Florida, but it was there basically for the same thing. And I kind of got away from it because I had other stuff going on in life. My focus was, in different places. But when you find yourself in a rut and you find yourself in no motion, you find yourself not getting stuff done, not completing tasks that you want to get completed, not reaching milestones that you would like to reach, just take a stock of your life. Make a difference, make some changes, make some motion. I am Deborah McLaughlin, and this is My 2 Cents. And I would love for you to come back and join me next week on My 2 Cents, and we'll talk about, I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll talk about some stuff. And hopefully I'll share my 2 cents, you can share your 2 cents, and we can make some minute changes in our lives and in the lives of people around us. I appreciate you for sharing. And hopefully we don't have any of those technical difficulties next week that we had this week with the live. But I am Deborah McLaughlin, and I am your host of My 2 Cents. And I will see you next time.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.